Yeah, and I think it has a timer too on it.
Yeah, it already started.
Oh, that's even
Yeah,
better. That's even better.
it done already started. Yeah, what's up? This is y'all know me as PDK. Tell them who you are.
Emmanuel, I guess that's.
I mean, if that's his name, then that's his name. That's the name of the game.
That's the name.
That's the name of the game. Those are the bars that I have for tonight.
Yes.
So,
Today's topic.
Today's topic is, you know what? I actually wish that the light was a little brighter. It's kind of looking a little dark over there.
I think we have to shoot it. Let's see how this one goes, and then
we can go from how this one go. Because we got enough of whatever that is.
That flavor juice.
Yeah, the flavor juice.
The looser.
What was we talking about now? Because we took a cigarette break. Let's just be clear. It was into lag. We took a cigarette break.
We were talking about the difference between like understanding the stereotype, like being racist, and just stereotyping somebody.
Okay.
And I'm thinking there's a difference between being racist and kind of judging somebody based off of what you know is their stereotype.
Well, what I always fall back on is if a person was raised in a two-family household, which means a mom and dad, they're going to look at everything different than somebody that was just raised by their mom.
I hope they can hear you.
Well,
yeah, I think you can speak. Yeah,
I think
we done put all the family to sleep.
Yeah, I think
so. We should be good.
We should be good. We should be good. We should be good. Yeah. Somebody's supposed to be making earrings, but we're gonna leave that.
It's out of the control.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. I think that has a lot to do with it.
With the upbringing.
The upbringing. It has a lot to do with it.
You don't think like racism is like it's made? It's not like a predisposition.
I don't think nobody's born a racist.
That makes sense.
I don't think that you're taught that.
True. You taught to hate like
because if you see kids, it'll make a difference.
Yeah.
They don't see kids. Don't see color.
Mm-hmm.
All they see is he likes Pokemon. I know I'm old. Pokemon may not be the shit no more, but he likes Pokemon. So I like Pokemon. And that's what we're gonna roll on.
Yeah. Well, but I'm thinking like, how far can you follow the roots of racism is what I'm saying. How far down are you willing, like, meaning if everybody is taught through generations, like, hey, you should treat this person this way. And then that generation teaches the next generation, you should teach this person this way. And then that way and that way and that way. Like, for example, like, I'm from Ethiopia.
Okay.
I have very different cultural views than the Western world or whatever you want to consider this world to be.
Okay.
And I think I consider myself to be different enough to where I don't have a preconceived notions of what or who people are. I try to get to know them as, with a pure slate. Like, I don't look at you for your skin or what you do, but
you're not coming from a judgmental point of view.
Yeah, I'm not coming from a judgmental point of view, which I get a lot of flack from, because my intentions are usually taken from like me having an underlying, like being cynical.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn to be cynical because I didn't even know what that shit was.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is like the whole racism, like is the nurture or nature. I don't even know if you can compare it that way. Like, how can you tell somebody like what you believe is wrong because they're going against their belief? Like, do you think you can fix racism, or is it something that's always going to be there because of our sense of wanting to belong, with our own kind?
That's a good question. Can you fix racism, and is it always going to be there? Can you fix racism? At this point, I don't think you can fix racism.
Why?
Because it has been instilled in so many generations. It's like It's basically like wiping your butt. It's gonna be there.
What you mean?
Because everybody has free will. They have the right to have their own opinion.
Yeah.
So what you may view as racism, they may not see it as racism.
Oh, because of what they're used to.
Because what they're used to.
So
If you've been brought up in a household and it's always, that's how, see, I told you, that's how them folks is. You've putting it into somebody's mind. For them is when they see that person or when they see a person similar to that, that's the first thing that's gonna come to their mind.
Because so they don't get a chance to get to know you is what you're saying.
Exactly.
They're kind of like
they don't have the option.
High and by of the introduction to that specific race.
Exactly. They're not given that option to make an opinion about you.
So do you think it's up to like the generation after to like? So how do you make somebody aware that they're being racist? Like I work with a lot of Hispanic people and a lot of old white people that usually use the way of curiosity to get their points across.
Well, it goes back to what kids are being taught in school. This is the best example I can use. I did all my high school and elementary in Germany.
Yeah.
I know more about Medgar Evers and Martin Luther King from what I was taught overseas than what children are being taught now in high school. They're not even being taught, I hate to say this, Black history. Because if you think about it, Black history is American history.
And what do you hate to say Black history?
For the simple fact is Black history is American history. Point blank.
Okay.
This country was built off what? Slavery. Off the backs. It's.
Do you think that has anything to do like with the Native Americans? Do you think like?
He just brought out a subject that's very, very.
So I'm saying like, it's built off the Native Americans, and also Black people. Do you think like
as bad as Black people have it, and been treated, is nowhere compares to how the Native Indian has been treated. Because this is what you got to look at. This is their country.
Yeah.
They were chased and they were told, you can't live right here. We're going to put you in this spot. You know how they got the native, what they call them, you know where they collected all the Indians and they told them you're gonna be in this spot and this is the spot you got to live in.
No, I don't know.
What's it called? I can't think of the word. Basically what they did to the Indian was, we know this your country.
Yeah.
But what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take you, we're gonna kill all the buffalo. Because that's what the Indians survived off for, was a buffalo. One Indian tribe would kill one buffalo and they would live off that buffalo for a whole month.
What?
So what the white man did was, he just overkilled.
Well, there was actually a story.
They was hunting buffaloes for no reason because they knew the Indians depended on the buffalo for meat, food. They made their weapons out of buffalo bones. And if you just got rid of the buffalo, what did you do?
I think they were saying that the introduction of horses to Native Americans was actually why they were endangering the actual buffalo,
yeah,
because they didn't have horses.
Reservation, that's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, you think they just like place them in the reservations?
Yeah, place them in the reservation. Okay, we know this your country. What we're gonna do is we're gonna say you can't live there, but we're gonna put your whole tribe over here, and we're gonna make you start believing in your, let's say, gods, whatever the Indians believed in.
Yeah.
We're gonna make you stop. We're gonna make you give up your traditions to take on our traditions. And that's how you got rid of them.